What's going on, everybody? This is Islord372 with another haul video. Now this video comes after my first collection video, and I really had fun with that, showing you part of my collection. And now I'm back to my haul videos, and my collection video is extension of, like I said the last time, of these haul videos. And this is what haul videos is all about, making videos like that to show you the collection, the collection that we piece together by doing these haul videos. But first, before I get started, I want to give a shout out to Larry Stroman, and he's like the first artist that I've ever met before. I've never met artists before. I've never been to a Comic-Con before, so it was kind of fun meeting him. He was at one of my LCSs called Heroes and Villains, and which was pretty cool. And he was in there and he was promoting one of his books that he drew the cover for. And I looked him up, and he did some pretty good covers. He did some covers for X Factor and X-Men, and some recent things that I'm not going to say. I want y'all to look him up, and see what you think. And I had got this print from him, which was kind of cool, of X Factor. So what I did was I left the store and I went out hunting for one of his books, and I found one. But first, before I put it down, I want to put my book of the week, Sisters of Sorrow. I showed y'all the first one, but this is a cool cover. So that's my cover for the week, and I'll put that out there. But this is the book I had found, out, and he had done this cover too. And the only reason why I picked this cover is because actually it's the first team, the new team of X Factor, issue number 71. So he signed it for me, which was cool. And this print is X Factor as well, so it kind of looked good together. And this is the book that he was promoting, Incidentals, and he done this cover as well, and which was kind of cool. It was kind of fun. Now let me start showing you my books that I got. Weapon X, first book. I had to wipe my eyebrow with that because I went to 3 stores and I only found one, and it was the last one on the shelf, and I was pretty happy about that. Flash, number 28. Introducing the Negative Flash. And it's a pretty good story. And I was listening to Bad Avenger, and he was talking about it. And it is a pretty good read. So, I got the next one. And this is Bad Avenger's book of the week. And it's a cool cover. I really like that cover. And actually, that was the last one on the shelf as well. Dark Knight's Metal. I think this is the midnight version, the midnight variant, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a pretty cool cover. And I had some mixed reviews about this book, so I haven't read it yet, so I'll be reading it soon, checking it out. Supergirl, one of my favorite artists, Artgerm, and I had to get 2. One, I got these 2 books at 2 different stores. I'm trying to get the rest of them when they come out. Totally Awesome Hulk, number 19. And the only reason why I got that is because last week I kind of dropped the ball on getting issue number 22, and it was so hard to get, I couldn't even get one. I went to every store and no store had any. So I was like, man, and actually this is the second time that, in the recent weeks that I didn't get, the popular books. Like, a few weeks ago when Mr. Miracle came out, and my man put one in my hand. He was like, you want it? And I looked at it and I was like, nah, because I'm really not a Mr. Miracle fan. I do have the original one, the Jack Kirby one, the original one. I do have issue number 1. I have actually a few of them, but I'm really not a fan. So I looked at it and I thumbed through it and I gave it back. And then, the next day, that night I was, looking it up and, going online, and I'm like, oh man, I need to go back and get that book. And it was gone. And I dropped the ball on that. That's okay. It happens. I'm pretty sure it's happened to everybody. But I'm going to get one. I'm going to have to just order online. I'm going to just have to bite the bullet and pay an extra few dollars to get one. That's okay. Black. And now I read this, and this is a cool book, and it has some interesting covers. If y'all know these covers, these are some interesting covers. And I heard that they're gonna make a movie about it. So I got me 2 copies. But I'm gonna end up getting the whole series because I like the book, and it's kind of cool. Y'all should read it. Now, I'm gonna get into, I love my Bronze Age books. And I got a few Silver Age books, but I'm gonna start showing you, these are the books that I've hunted for. And actually, all of these books that I'm about to show you, I didn't order no books online. I found these, in the wild. And I found this for $8. Batman number 368. And this is the first appearance of Jason Todd. And this is a clean cover too. Justice League of America, number 192. This is the origin of the Red Tornado. And, of course, I had to get one of my favorite characters. I got a lot of favorite characters. And I'm trying to finish this run off too. So every week you might see 1 or 2 Moon Knight books. You always see, a few of the same books that, I've been like every week, every haul video. Why? Because I'm chasing the whole run. I'm going to hit the finish line one day. Well, that's Moon Knight number 24. Moon Knight number 25, and this is supposed to be the first appearance of the Black Spectre. And this book is kind of hard to find too, but I found it. And not only that, I found 2. Found 2, only for $3.75, and that's cool. Number 25, number Moon Knight. And this book I talked about last week, and I finally found one. Moon Knight number 29. Now look at that cover. Beautiful cover. With Werewolf by Night on the front. Beautiful cover. Moon Knight number 35. Now this right here, I just had to get it because, well, actually some of the books that I got, one LCS called Atomic Comics out here in my neighborhood, and actually is actually walking distance. They had a sale, an end of summer sale, this weekend, and they, all books on the floor, half off. And I found this, and I got this for only $1.50, which was cool. And I love my childhood comic books. Stuff that I grew up watching or playing with. It's crazy. Alien Life Form, Alf. First issue. Got that for just $1.50. It was $3, but $1.50, I had to get that. Now this book I got at Heroes and Villains, and he just had it sitting on the table, and I was like, oh man. And the copy is not that great, but it's good to have. And one day, if I decide to get a better copy, or if I decide to chase the run, because I did read the book the other day, and it's not that bad, And he only gave this to me for $12, and which was cool. The Man Called Nova. The Origin, number 1. I believe that's his first appearance. And I'm like, well, that's cool. $12, you can't beat that. It doesn't matter what, as long as the pages is not coming out or the cover not coming off, that's fine. Listen, one thing for sure, I do chase near mint books sometimes, but it ain't nothing wrong with having, whatever condition it is in, as long as, a book like that is not in a 1 or 2 or 3, but something like that, a 5 or 6, later if I decide to upgrade, I upgrade. Ghost Rider, my only Ghost Rider book. And I've been slacking on my Ghost Riders. Number 67 is the Marvel Team Up. Number 62 featuring Ms. Marvel. And this is kind of interesting because I think these characters is going to be in her movie. So this is kind of cool to have this book, number 62. Marvel Team Up, number 144. Spider-Man and Moon Knight fighting together. Him in his black suit. I believe this is like their second book together. Second team up. I'm not sure. I think it is. I might have it. I don't know. This next book, Amazing Spider-Man, Annual, number 25. And this is one of my favorite covers. Actually, this should have been the cover of the week, but this book came out a few weeks ago. It's one of my favorite. That's one of my screensavers. I love that cover. Spider-Man number 2 variant by Kadir Nelson. And I love that cover. And I found this for only $5, and it's a good copy too. Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 90. Now these right here, I had got, how many of these I got? I think 9. 9 of these for, I think, $20. And which was cool. You know, because I am chasing this run as well. And like I said, I explained to you before, you know, Heroes of Villains, a lot of times he'll have some books on the wall. And he'll have a whole lot of them. And he had this on the wall. So I'm like, oh man, let me get that. Let me get this one. Let me get that one. So he gave me a pretty good deal. You know, he gave me all of these, all for $20. So that was pretty cool because, like I said, this is another run that I'm chasing that I'll be finishing soon. Probably by the end of the year, maybe. Master of Kung Fu. The Hands of Shang-Chi. You know, and a lot of times, you know, I read these books and I'm like, oh, this kind of cool. But, you know, like finding the first appearance or number 1 be kind of hard. So sometimes when I end up getting my hands on the number 1, you know, I might as well just chase the whole thing, just chase them all down, you know, because like the first 2, 3, or 4 issues of a run usually be the hardest. Everything else is easy. So, you know, these is coming easy. So when I see them, you know, I pick one up here and there, you know, $4 or $5, you know, it's not that bad. But he gave me all of these for $20. But number 41, 56, 57, 60, 68, 81, 82, 86, and 87. Pretty cool right there. And what he does is after the week is over with, he'll put them on the floor. So I was there yesterday, so there's plenty of them, you know, in the long box. So, you know, eventually I'll get them all or order them, you know, it doesn't matter. Or, you know, one of y'all, you know, somebody out there can sell me some, you know, but I'm gonna get them all eventually. Now this right here, I seen this at the store where he had the little sale, and I'm like, oh, I might as well pick this one up too. And I got this for, how much did I pay for this? It was half off, so I paid $4 for this right here. It's Flash, number 275. This is the death of Iris West right there. Now this book right here I'm about to show you. Now this book right here is beat up, but that's okay. You know, my local bookstore, he sold me this book for $25, and I didn't mind. And this I would never get graded. Why? Because it's that messed up. But even then, I think, you know, I've been looking, you know, and doing the research on it, and shoot, I think a one point anything, you know, is still probably about like $80 to $100 on eBay. But you know, I'm glad to have this, and I seen it, and I said, you know what, I have to have it. And it's just ironic that, you know, I a few days ago I had bought the first season of Flash. So, you know, I've been watching Flash, you know, every day, you know, and I'm like, oh man. And then I happened to see this. It was just a coincidence. So I'm like, man, I got to have it. So, you know, I bought it. You know, he let me put it on layaway because I'm a layaway king. And, you know, my LCSs don't mind me putting books on layaway. And that's the beauty about them. And, you know, shout out to them for letting me and others do that, you know, when it comes to, you know, shopping for expensive books. But even though it wasn't that expensive, I just didn't want to put $25 out there at one time. So, you know, I just $5 him to death. You know what I'm saying? And he gave me this right here. Check it out. Flash. Number 139, the first appearance of Reverse Flash. You know, and it's not in the best of condition, as you can see. You know, you should see the back of it, though. But hey, it's more mine, and I don't care. And if I decide to upgrade it, I have something to upgrade it with, you know? So, which is all good. But there you go. That's my haul for the past few weeks until the next time. And I want to thank y'all for watching my videos, and, you know, subscribe to my videos, check out my old videos, hit the like button, hit the dislike button, thumbs down, thumbs up. It doesn't matter. It's still love. It just showed me that you still watch my video and enjoy my video. And, you know, any comments, you know, shout out to all the other YouTubers that I be watching all the time. And from now on, after this video, like, I'm going to be shouting out all the videos that I've watched throughout the weeks. You know, and I watch all of y'all, for real. I watch a whole bunch every day while I'm at work, you know, while I'm, you know, just chilling, you know, watching TV. I'm always watching videos. You know, I go to the gym now. I be on the elliptical machine watching videos. So I'm always watching videos. I'm always hunting for comic books, you know. So, you know, to everybody, peace. And y'all have a good day.